Hello everyone. Well, I've decided to treat myself to a Sebo E3 Premium. This is the pastel blue colour, it should be. It's not often I buy a Sebo, but I have been wanting to get one of their cylinders because I do like the ET1 powerhead ever since I used it on the Felix. Find out, Saffron. So when I saw that they were currently offering 15% discount, I thought, why not? And I've been quite fond of their pastel range. I was going to buy an X7 in the pastel blue colour. So they do 3 colours in the pastel range. They have the mint, they have the blue and the white. Sorry, two pastel colours. They've got the mint, the blue, and then they've got the standard white. This is in the premium E3. Now the lady who rang up about this when I ordered said that there was an adapter that should be in the box that isn't, because they didn't have stock of them when they were being packed. Apparently it's something to do with the use of the turbo brush. I don't know. I didn't really think that Sebos had different size openings for the hose, but there we go. So the first thing out here is the dusting brush. Now there's a clip for the dusting brush which will clip onto the wand, but I'm not really sure what this piece is for. But I'll check the instructions. We have the extension one. This is a lot lighter than the Miele Complete C3 that I had. The extension one for that was so heavy. It's quite chunky, but you know, very smooth. And apparently spring loaded. But there we go, it's got the connections on the back there, which is covered with like a plastic trim, black plastic trim, which is the connections for the power head, of course. We have the wand, which is, that's the wand. We have the hose, which is very, very thick at this end. I knew it'd be tapered, but I didn't think it'd be that thick at this end. Anyway, you've got your electrical contacts there. But they have updated this one handle end. So now I'll show you. And see, it now incorporates, instead of a slide control, it's got the up and down, plus and minus buttons. And you've also got an on-off for the power head. And apparently, if you, bit of box dust on it there, if you press and hold the plus button, it'll go into the 1200 watt boost. This machine has an 890 watt motor, I believe. Remove the polystyrene. We've got Sebo's Parquet nozzle. I've never used this nozzle before, so seems very good quality. Some nice natural bristles there by the looks of it. They look like horsehair. Some nice rubber tyres on the wheels. You've got some rubber coated ones at the front as well, so that should be quite easy to use on hard floors. It looks like this comes out somehow. Looks like it does, but I'll have to check. That yellow bit on the end. I'm more familiar with Sebo uprights than Sebo cylinders, but anyway, bit of packaging there. I have the instruction manual, which you can download it online, but I'm hoping that this has been updated to cover the new handle end, because the one you can download online has the reference to the old one, so hopefully they've updated the manual. We have the ET1 power head in the lovely pastel blue colour. Oh, isn't that smart? That is lovely. Quite heavy. Nice stiff bristles on the brush rolls. Just an X1 type brush roll as far as I'm aware. And you can see, made in Germany. Got a 4-position height control. Nothing new this, they're just their typical faithful old power head. Got on and off, well, an on-off button there and the little indicator light to show you whether it's either too high, too low, or if the brush roll's off, switched off. But there is also, as I said, controls on the handle. Nice brush roll in there. You've got an inspection flap there if anything gets blocked. Nice rubber coated wheels. And if you need to access the brush roll to clean the hairs off, it does come off. It's hard to do with one hand, hang on. Like that. Press this button in here and that moves about 1/4 of the way. And you can take the end off. And then the brush roll will literally just slide out like that. Typical of Sebo cleaners. Very good. Just pops back in, you just sort of wiggle it about till it finds its home. Then you can pop the bearing end back on. Like that, and it clicks back in. That is your ET1 power head. Nice big release pedal on the back. Very nice. And finally, we have the machine itself. What I liked about this compared to the C3 Miele that I used to have is how much more compact it is. It's very light, actually, I have to say. And it's just a nicer size. So here you can see, we have the nice light grey air belt there with like the diamond pattern on it. And the air will exhaust around this air belt. You've got your on-off main power switch there. And you also have your cord rewind. I believe it's like a Miele, where you just press it once. I can show you this without putting my hands in the way. Yeah, and all the cord rewinds. Might be a bit slow at the minute because it's just been brought in from the delivery van from DPD, so it's a bit cold at the moment. You do have onboard tools. Here it says press. And you have your stair and upholstery nozzle. Sorry about that, there was somebody at the door. But yeah, slightly different design than the traditional Sebo upholstery nozzle, but it still has those nice, that nice brush on the underside there, which helps with pet's hair and lint. Some little suction channels there as well, by the looks of it, so guessing a bit of suction release. Just in case it's too powerful for you. That just fits nice and flushly back on the back there. You have a built-in crevice tool, which is quite a nice length actually. That's not bad, that stores in the back there as well. One thing I prefer of the E3 or E1, whatever you want to call it, same thing, compared to the K series is the upholstery nozzle will actually fit on the hose end. With the K series you have to use it on the crevice tool, which I didn't like. So let's just have a look at the machine itself. So we open the bag compartment here, little catch. You only get one bag supplied, but they're relatively inexpensive, I think. There's a little flap there that you can close over. I won't do it now because I don't want to bend it, but That will fold over to close off the hole. The bag is a decent size for the compactness of the machine, as you can see. Synthetic bags. I didn't want a machine with a big bag anyway, because by the time they're, you know, starting to smell, they're still not full. And in my house, I only have a little miniature poodle, so, you know, we don't really have many dog hairs. So here's your pre-filter, which there's a tab here, you just lift up like that and it pops out. I'm not sure if this is washable, I'll have to check the instructions, but you will be able to buy replacements. And it just hooks on with these two little bird posts at the top there. You have to do it at an angle so it slots in and then it clicks back in place. What I do like about the bag compartment, see if we can see this. You see how it's all flush inside? Very, very easy to clean if it should get dusty. This metal catch will stop you from closing the bag door, and that needs to go where the bag is there. That pushes it down so the bag door can close. Little safety feature. We do have a bag check indicator piston there. Very manoeuvrable, as you can see, because it does have 3 casters. Pretty smooth. They all have rubber tyres. Finally, on the back here, we have this cover where you press together and that comes off, all nicely sealed. And in there is a little, what looks like a bag, but it's actually the final filter. This is the post-motor filter. And there's 2 little tabs there, you can press those together and pull this whole thing out. Just trying to make it look really simple on camera is always difficult. But yeah, you can see it just looks like a little bag, but it's quite a thick material, that. And this is supposed to give it its full filtration value. I don't think it's as good as a Miele. It's not quite as high as that, but it'll still be very good. It's all sealed in here. That just clicks back in. It only goes in one way. It's got a little notch at the bottom, a nice membrane on there, so it seals nicely. There we go, nice click. And then you can just tuck that back in like that. Because of the surface area of this, it should maintain airflow quite well, I would have thought. That'll just fit back in there. Like that. Bit stiff at the moment because it's new. There we go. You do have a storage bracket on the back here for your nozzle. Obviously the ET1 will stand up on its own, but if you were using the parquet nozzle, for instance, you can store it on the back there, like that. But there is also a parking slot on the back here, which does... Oh no, it doesn't. I thought it had a micro switch built in, but it doesn't. Sometimes these will have a little switch built in that will turn the machine off when you park it. This one, it doesn't, but you can see you can just park the nozzle there if you just need to pause your cleaning. Very manoeuvrable, as you can see. We'll move in any direction. So let's get this set up and we'll give it a quick run. Right, so we'll attach the hose, which you just got to line it up before pushing. That's it, nice click. And that's not going anywhere. Doesn't swivel at this end. It swivels at this end though, and this moves nicely back and forth. That should give you a nice bit of movement. Right, so I've just had a look at the instructions on where you put the dusting brush on the wand. I've just noticed this dusting brush is different than it used to be. The bristles, although they're natural horsehair, they're further apart. They used to be a lot more bushy than that. But I do remember the bristles really closing into the triangular centre, so hopefully this has improved that. You can pivot it in any direction, as you can see. But anyway, according to the instructions, we're supposed to extend the wand a little bit and attach this piece, which I said I didn't know what it was for, onto the top of the wand here, like that. Which is a bit odd really, because, you know, you lose some of your sharpness of the wand there with the dusting brush on, but anyway, that's what it says. And then this will clip onto there, that holds the dusting brush, like that. That's clicked in. And then your dusting brush will fit on there like that. But, you know, since the brush is an optional accessory really, which is just included with this model, I suppose we can't complain too much. When you first plug the machine in, you can see that the little blue indicator light on the on-off button on the machine there will illuminate. This is the handle. Now this is your on-off for the brush roll. To turn it on, we have to press the plus button and it will start in high. So you can either press the minus button to decrease the power or keep your finger on it, it's up to you. But of course, if you hold your finger on it or press it too many times, it will switch the machine off. Because other than the main on-off button on the machine, there's no on-off on the handle. You just turn it up and down or on and off with these plus and minus buttons. And there's no indication of the power level, so it's a bit odd, but you know, it is what it is. I guess you'd have to get used to it. To activate boost, you hold the plus button for 3 seconds and the mains on light on the machine should flash and it should give you a 3-minute boost of 1200 watts. I'll just demonstrate. There you go. That's how the controls on the handle work. I think that they probably could have been better, but I guess you would get used to it. Not a disappointment, it's just a bit unusual. Just worth to point out. The handle end will just pop into the hose. You can see the connections on the back there. And that will just, you just line them up and click it in. Nice click. And finally, we grab our power head, line that up and click that in place as well. Very nice. We'll just give it a go here on full power and then I'll turn the brush roll on the power head. There we go. I have to say that is lovely to use. That is a lovely cleaner to use. That power head is lovely. I haven't used one of those power heads for a while, but I do like them. And there we go. Nice pastel blue colour. Sebo E3 Premium. Let's see what it says on the machine. Yeah, 890 watts with a 1200 watt boost. So if you keep your finger on the plus button on the handle for 3 seconds, it'll give you a 3-minute boost of 1200 watts. But to be honest, that felt pretty powerful, at least with the power head. Just at the regular full power, but there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Bit trashy, to be honest, but it's been a while since I've done a video, so you know my techniques aren't sharp. But there we are. Hopefully you enjoyed. Something interesting, I guess, for you to look at, something modern. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you again soon, hopefully.